Afternoon, everyone. Back with more Devil May Cry 5. And last night we did the two diverging point missions, and now we have the next one, Dante, and the stuff that's supposed to happen next. And I think we're on the tail end of the game at this point. Ugh. Feels like it was a long time ago we started this game, and yet at the same time, feels like it went by super quick. I wish there was more. But anyway, before we do that, out of curiosity, I looked up some bits in the gallery, and yeah, there's some more stuff to read. What do we got? Patty Knoll. Dante rescued this girl on one of his odd jobs. She had nowhere to go, so she started showing up at the original Devil May Cry. Heck, she'd even clean up since the man himself couldn't be bothered. You know, that's probably one personality trait of Dante that I could say I don't like. The man's lazy as fuck and can't clean himself up. Dante, I love you, man, but sheesh, clean up after yourself. Nobody likes a messy office, or a messy house, or a messy combination of both. Eventually, the little lady found her long-lost mama, and these days they live together under the same roof. Still, I hear she keeps showing up at Dante's to bug him from time to time. Girl ain't afraid to tell Dante exactly what she thinks of his lazy ways, though. From what lady tells me, she's got a bright and bubbly way about her, too. You're telling me. Let's see what else we got here. She just turned 18 from the looks of it. Popular at school, popular with the fellas. Dang, looks like she turns them all down, though. None of this has anything to do with the task at hand, does it? Right, moving on. Yeah, anyone who thinks Ashley Graham in Resident Evil 4 is annoying, which she is, they have not been subjected to Patty Knoll in the Devil May Cry anime. Yeah. She's, I would say is definitely up there, if not even worse than Ashley. Oh my god. And yeah, we do see a brief little profile picture of her in the History of DMC video. I mean, yeah, I liked that anime. Decent, for a decent bit. I appreciate it. I think they could have done more with it, but I do appreciate stuff about it. The only thing I think could have been done, I mean, I like how it goes about showing the day-to-day business of Dante, and how when, you know, most of the time, without any world-ending demons, just his usual shtick, and a lot of the stuff he comes across. I do wish there was another season of the Devil May Cry anime. I personally think they could have done more with it. Other than showing his day-to-day stuff, I did not like how they robbed of us showing his devil trigger, and of course, Patty, the worst character in the game. Not game, the anime, in the whole thing. Yeah, she was a crap character, in all honesty. And now that I think back on it, Dante in a lot of ways was kind of depressing in that anime. He seemed to... he joked and was jovial from time to time, but a lot of it was basically him being rather moody. I mean, there have been a lot of theories, and a lot of them seem to be pretty apt, that Dante actually started suffering from depression. Because, like I've said, he sealed away Mundus again. He ended up having to, or so he thought, kill Vergil, his own brother, and, well, and eventually, it seems he got bored. I mean, in Devil May Cry 3, you know, he explained how he loves fighting the demons and that he lives for it, but I guess there comes a point where even one gets tired of doing the same thing over and over, right? And that seems to be the case. Hell, in the beginning, in the flashback here in 5, when V comes to tell him about Urizen, he's like, how many times has someone come and told me to seal away an ancient demon? It's like it's a routine at this point. And, okay, we got some more stuff here. The Legend of Sparta. Now a commonplace theme in this whole game. The world of demons was once connected to the world of man. The man who ruled the demon world... The one who ruled the demon world set his sights on conquest of the human world. However, one demon rose up against the demon king and fought to protect mankind. Dark Knight Sparta. Wielding a massive sword that shared his name, Sparta led the demon king to rest along with his subordinates, then sealed the gate connecting both worlds. Well, several actually. There was the main gate, Temen Negru, and a bunch of other hell gates on Fortuna and elsewhere. Sealed the gate connecting both worlds using the sword as a key, as well as the amulet that he split in two and gave to his wife, who in turn gave to Dante and Vergil, and also the blood of a priestess, which was the ancestor to Lady. Most records offer little to no details. Many speculate it to be the Sword of Sparta. Yup, it was, and yet the following was written in a record of devil swords I discovered. The Dark Knight Sparta split his power in three parts. One blade bore his own name, the second blade was named to embody retaliation, the final blade was named to embody a god of death, Sparta, Rebellion, and Yamato. If this is true, then there are two other devil swords out there besides Sparta. Sparta was sealed by the Dark Knight himself, but no one has found any documents pertaining to the locations of the other two blades. Yeah, Dante and Vergil have them. He passed them down. Fortuna, Town of Mystery. The town of Fortuna is surrounded by high ramparts and has been cut off from the outside world for many years. Perhaps this is the reason for the anachronistic, almost medieval atmosphere within the city walls. Town is governed by a religious organization known as the Order of the Sword. 99% of the population are devotees. The Order deifies the Sparta, a being spoken of in various myths around the world, and worships him as their god. Legend tells of Sparta ruling Fortuna as a feudal lord sometime in the country's history. Yeah, they have statues of him. There was once a massive structure in Fortuna the Order worshipped as a gate of sorts, but it collapsed years ago as a result of an earthquake. Citizens worked to clear away debris from the incident even today. No. That's fake news. Dante slashed it with Yamato and it came crashing down, and he broke all the duplicate gates that the Order made around the island. Before that, some fancy that earthquake to be an act of demons or divine punishment for the worship of a false god. In the end, such talk is simply idle gossip. Yup. Still, the truth is that the earthquake led to the demise of the Order's top echelon. The organization is now an autonomous group without a leader and has shrunk significantly in size. Yup, their rulership has gone down, and I'm just gonna be frank, I'm so glad that we're not dealing with human enemies again. Devil May Cry 2 with Arius, Devil May Cry 3 with Arkham, and then 4 with Sanctus. That's 3 out of 4 games where a human ended up being the main protagonist, or a deuter antagonist. And I'm honestly glad that we put that to rest for now. I mean, I don't mind the idea of humans harnessing demonic powers, being deluded jagoffs, but the series is called Devil May Cry. I think we needed some more devils to worry about. Anyway, back to business. Okay, so Divergent Point Dante. What do we get from him? Okay, with V we had a boss gauntlet where we had to retrieve his familiars. With Nero we had a labyrinth with multiple paths. And now we have Dante. So what do we get for him?
No hard feelings, guys, but this is my gig.
Meanwhile,
Trust me, Nero. This one's gonna be a little too much for you.
and now we gotta go inside the devil's anus. Revenge is almost within Nero's grasp. Now we have the Spire Sword, which I'm getting more used to. It's like they combined many of the basic moves along with the adding in with them the typical Swordmaster moves, and the Swordmaster moves that used to be there have now been replaced with all new moves, which is interesting. Ooh, drive. Back to forward. Oh, they put... Once the blade grows brighter. I could do that. Could do that too. %100% for Balrog. Dance Macabre. That is my favorite Swordmaster move. Damn right I'm getting it. I really want more press and hold L2. I really, really want more Sin Devil Trigger moves because look at this shit. Sends him into a black hole. Don't have any more swords. We're filled on the ranged weapons. So far, I like Ebony and Ivory and the base Kalina and more. Wow, they're really generous with the gold orbs. Look at that, 26. I've never had that many in any Devil May Cry game combined, including repeated playthroughs. It's like, yeah, they got rid of the green, the vital stars and stuff, so they have to like make up for it by being more what's the word? Filled with golden orbs. I don't know. It's like, but they're kind of going a route where like they want you to be good and stay as alive as much as possible. Huh. Lot of blood. So much blood.
All right. This is the real deal. Full speed ahead.
Fill up the Sin gauge. I really love the Sin Devil trigger. They took the Majin trigger and implemented it into the main gameplay. Innovation in 2019. Anything else down here? Yes. Woohoo!
You look like you just had your ass handed to you.
That is so good. Feels so good. How's Dance Macabre this time? I think they changed it. Like, they changed a lot of things. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, they made it into back to forward. I'm so used to just holding back like in the previous games. Yeah, they changed how some moves from before now act. Back to forward and tap repeatedly. Got it. I'm not used to doing that in like any game whatsoever. Trying to do the move, but it's not coming out. Hold down to spin the summon swords. Got it. It's more or less the same how it was in Devil May Cry 4. They don't have him spin on the hilt like it's like the stripper poles. I miss being able to do that. Like, seriously, there's a lot of great moves in Devil May Cry 3 that I wish they brought back. Such as the twirling on the sword, and of course the stomp. The curb stomp after shooting a demon on the ground. And of course riding their bodies around like a skateboard. I miss that. Come on, bring that back. Hell, have Nero do it even if you want. Or Lady. Come on. It won't come out. It refuses to come out. Seriously, I'm pressing the button and nothing happens. I'm pressing all the buttons and nothing happens. I really don't like this back to forward thing. I hated it in 4. I don't like it here either. It makes moves overly complicated to do. I missed orbs up there. Ah! I wanted Trickster. Finally got it. Yeah, it's very finicky. It only seems to come out when I mash it. Like, I mash it a bunch of times and eventually it comes out. It's very, very imprecise. I don't like it. Back to forward. Like, they put in so many moves that it's honestly hard to do all of them. Ah, something I missed. Ah, I couldn't get it. Oh well. Guess I'm not getting it. Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Could I have done it with Cavalier? Maybe I could have. Let me try that again. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I completely forgot about Cavalier and its air abilities. Oh, and I can fly as Devil Trigger. I completely forgot that I now have air raid by default for Devil Trigger. I'm so used to it being for a certain weapon that I forgot that I can actually do it now. So many moves. So many moves in this game. It's ridiculous. It's both a gift and a curse when you think about it. Yeah, whatever. Got it. Now I'm satisfied. More health. 3 bars left, some of which I'll have to do secret missions to get them. I just remembered I could have done that too with the secret mission hovering. I feel foolish. I wanted to parry, didn't work. What's this? Ice. Unexpected. Did not expect an ice level. Then again, there are frost demons. And nobodies. This is awesome. Okay, now I'm officially in love with the Devil Sword Sparta. It's so good. The summon swords and everything. It is a very complicated weapon to master, admittedly. Imagine if they did this with Yamato.
Onward and downward. Oh well, better get to it.
All roads to hell lead downward. Except on Mars, anyway. What do we got? Lock these. R2 and L2. Grab an enemy, trigger a blast from within, shattering the enemy with raw explosive power. You pretty much make a black hole around them. It's like the black hole gun from Mass Effect 2. How could I not like that? Laser barrage. Okay. Who are we facing? A Cerberus.
Leave at once. Only kings of the underworld may enter these gates.
King Cerberus.
Oh, easy there, fella. Hey, I remember a stinky little pooch just like you.
You insult me, foul-scented creature.
Ah, they're playing the theme.
Looks like your master's got you on a pretty short leash. Come on, little puppy. I'll take you out for a walk. Come on, let's go.
You have fought our kin best.
Ah.
They were weak, but we will feast on your flesh and gnaw on your bones.
Uh-oh. We made him angry.
So, you're the strongest in the litter. Looks like we're gonna need a bigger leash. Come.
That's awesome. Kind of redundant, but awesome. Oh, shit. Now that's what I call a devil dog. Ow.
You're a bit tougher than the rest of your breed.
What do you mean? We only fought one. Uh-oh.
This fight's a real shot.
Ah. Ow. I want to try that again. Because I missed that bit of dialogue. I got too greedy. I want to hear the dialogue. So, Cerberus is not just one they went the God of War route by having multiple versions of them, and we're fighting the Lord of all the Cerberuses. And each head has a different power, and the one we fought was the ice one. I never thought they'd actually go and redo it, like they did the Garion. Kind of redundant, but at the same time, I still dig it.
Tougher than the rest of the arena.
Ow.
That's a real shocker. Rolling up okay there, pup? Oh, that's nice. You're getting a little toasty.
I'll freeze you down to
It's also kind of like Vergil with the explosions. Vale? We never faced him. Oh, wait a minute. He's the frog from the 4th game.
Seen these moves before. You haven't shot out any puppies, have you?
Ah, they mentioned Burial. What? Got him. I thought I could get him before he exploded, but he got me anyway. The King Cerberus, huh? Fire, ice, and lightning.
Guess I'm the first one here. I like that.
So it can go... Okay. So it can turn into... It can go from Ice Nunchaku to Spear, a Flame Spear, or an in-betweener with the lightning. I could have sworn there was a Japanese nunchuck spear. That I can't remember the name of it, but it exists. I know what it is. I just can't remember the name. King Cerberus, pain-chaining nunchaku. The power of King Cerberus dwells within the shape-shifting weapon, charging attacks with ice, fire, and lightning in each form. I like how he references both Bale and Burial. I don't know about the lightning, though. Alistair, maybe? Eh. 3 different modes. Twirl, freezing nunchaku with triangle, and in Swordmaster style, wield a blazing rod with circle, or hold and release circle to unleash an electrifying 3-section staff. Okay, so we normal attack for triangle, press circle for the fire, and hold down for the electricity. Brothers. Having obtained the power over Sin Devil Trigger, Dante was first to reach the deepest depths of the Caliphate, where he defeated a demon reminiscent of a past encounter, obtaining a new weapon in the process. Then he arrived at the final battleground, the uncanny arena where Urizen resides.
The truth is, I wanted to be protected and loved, but I was alone. My only choice was to survive.
V, you gotta rest.
Nero, I will tell you everything. There is no demon named Urizen. Only a man who threw away his humanity in an endless pursuit of power. He is Dante's older brother.
Vergil.
Dante's brother?
Yes.
His real name is Vergil.
We've come full circle. Whoa, what the hell? We're, elsewhere. Wait a minute. Is this a manifestation of their old life? That's what it looks like. Yeah, it looks, it's an interdimensional area where, you know, where a past or whatever manifests. Revolver. That's a familiar one. Back to forward. Is this the only 4 weapons we get as Dante? Because it seems, because if that's the case, then it seems very redundant to have 4 different slots and 4 different loadouts if for just the same 4 weapons, frankly. Unless there's unlockable variations of other weapons like the Sparta and Rebellion. That would be nice. Yeah, 4 guns, 4 weapons. Unless we get another gun and another weapon. I don't know. Yeah. V made up the name Urizen. There's Vergil. What's left of him. The fruit, I take it.
Vergil. Hey, is that the damn fruit you've been jabbering about? Doesn't look so special to me. Yep. This is where it all started. That day Mother saved me and left you behind. The thing you don't know is, she tried to save you too. She kept searching and searching. Until I killed her.
I have no recollection of this tale. Or this place. It's all an illusion. Created by this extraordinary fruit. Its power, you see, is all I ever wanted. And with this, I will have everything!
Too late, Dante.
No, brother. You don't have everything. That last shred of humanity that you still had, you just lost it.
That is nothing but the pitiful cries of those without strength. Come to I shall enlighten you, Dante.
Eyes. Why the eyes? It's always eyes.
Ready to do this, Vergil? All ends here.
Ow. Oh, Quicksilver. Quicksilver. And summon swords.
What's wrong, Vergil? No time to hold back.
I... Gold orb.
This is the end.
They're brothers? Why are they fighting each other?
To see one's justice through, a man must fight for it, even if the one who stands before him is his kin.
That's ridiculous.
The Brothers of Blood disagree on the very reason of their existence. They must fight.
I didn't want to do continues, but... Ugh.
Dante!
You're late. Just finishing up.
Is that really your brother?
I'm afraid so.
So he was behind all this. Your own flesh and blood.
Right again.
In the last throes of defeat, I see.
V, get back. Things are about to get really messy.
No. Please. Let me. I want to end this battle with my own hands.
Vergil correcting his own mistakes, in a matter of speaking.
Do not struggle. For if you can't even defeat me, then you've already lost.
I will not lose. Not to Dante. I need power. More power.
I know. We are one and the same, you and I. But you've lost me, and I've lost you. Yet we are connected by that one feeling. While thy branches mix with mine, and our roots together join.
Why he tried to stop him? Oh shit. He's back.
What is this?
Vergil.
The Alpha and the Omega. He's back, baby. Holy shite. Back to life trophy. What a reveal. Yeah, I could have sworn there was a trophy for doing this level without using continues. Well, I couldn't do it. But yeah, V is gone. Now it is back down to Dante and Nero. Well, how about that? It finally happened. Vergil is now returned in more weight, in as we all remember him. Well, for the most part, the face model's definitely different. I think I kind of prefer how they looked in Devil May Cry 3, but then again, they were younger. I get it. So Eva went to go save Vergil, but before she could, she died. So Vergil not wanted more power, not just because he couldn't save her or himself, but also because he felt abandoned. That makes sense. Quite the tale. We've now officially come full circle with the series. Any new reports? Eva. Dante's mom, the woman of the Dark Knight the woman the Dark Knight Dark Knight Spara fell for, in other words. Must have been a heck of a gal to snag the legendary Dark Knight. Guess her feminine instincts were so strong, even giving a demon a hug was no problem for her. Yep, prefer the picture. I'm sorry, I don't like the face model they went with for Trish and Eva. I much prefer their Devil May Cry 4 look. It just... ugh. Lady looks fine for the most part. Just... I'm sorry, but the Trish model just doesn't do it for me. They could have done better. They could have picked a different face model. They nailed it with Claire Redfield. They did fine with Lady. Trish... not really. I think they screwed it up. We got the final Morrison letter. A few years went by and Dante went off to an island. Something about a case this pretty young thing brought in. Seems the Demon King was trying to break a seal to get into our world, and she wanted Dante to stop him. Yeah, the first game. So off our boy went on a ship to Malay Island I charted for him. Yeah, the boat needed to get there within a day, otherwise the island would disappear. Yeah, when they asked Hideki Kamiya where Malay Island would be, if he were to put it on a map, he said, "Why bother? It would ruin its mystique." So I'm having it where, because it's charged with so much demonic energy from being where Mundus lives, it disappears and moves to different parts of the world every day. They must have had to have nailed it pretty precisely in order to get to it on time. And the pretty young thing that went with him, that was Trish, I gotta say. I was taken aback when I first laid eyes on her. A dead ringer for Dante's late mother. Never met the woman, but you can believe the guy used to have a framed photo of her on his desk. Bet you'd never have guessed that one. Anyway, it was only later that I learned of Trish's true demonic nature. She was to lure Dante to his death on Malay Island, a sad creature created for the birth of the Demon King. The photo on Dante's desk was common knowledge at the time. I guess the Demon King wanted to take advantage of his filial affection. All sorts of things went down on that island. Dante took out the Demon King once and for all and came back to Devil May Cry with Trish in tow. I don't know the details of what transpired out there. Prying into such matters is unbecoming of one in my position. Besides, the important thing is that back then, Dante defeated the ruler of the demon world. And this time around, when V showed up, guess what task he had for our boy Dante? Defeat the resurrected Demon King. So Dante took the case and hoofed it to Redgrave City. Is the Demon King waiting for him there, the same one from Malay Island? Your guess is as good as mine. Still, I can't shake the feeling that this whole thing is connected to Dante's roots somehow. After all, this is the Tony Redgrave we're talking about here. And there you have it, the whole kit and caboodle. If I learn anything new, I'll be sure to contact you, so don't go dying on me before I do. Think I see another beautiful friendship in the works here, kid. Don't let me down. What's this? Question marks. Okay, so new weapons. Sticking a combustion engine on a sword. Pretty slick idea. I really like how it looks in Devil May Cry 4. Bit much more than it... I really like how it looks here in Devil May Cry 5 a bit more than Devil May Cry 4. Looks great. Oh, well, you know, the Blue Rose does have the insignia on there, right there on the corner. I just could not see it before. V only had one weapon. Rebellion. Sparta. New sword for Dante. I would have preferred it had the claws faced upward, faced in the direction of the blade, made it a much more normal guard instead of the facing down the way it does, facing down the hilt the way it does. But I do love the overall look. An area in the underworld called the Fire Hell, once ruled over by Vergil. Yeah. After he bit the dust, they say his even bigger badass Balrog inherited the Burning Throne. Would have liked to have seen him. Ran into Dante, who whooped him like a rented mule. Builds up heat to unleash powerful attacks. I would have liked to have seen Balrog. Unfortunately, we don't. They do. You do read about it in the visual in the prequel novel. Hopefully, that thing gets a release in the U.S. Devil May Cry 1 and novels 1 and 2 did. You had the prequel mangas for 3, and then of course there was the novel for 4, which never did get a U.S. release. So, hope whether or not 5 will get a release treatment, I don't know. It should. This one really butters my biscuit. What happens when you jam together a bunch of demonic armor with broken down hog? Still have no clue how this thing works. Even asked the man himself, and even he couldn't explain how he threw this friggin' freak show together. A chopper turned into a sword? Makes the Red Queen look like standard issue. Not even a sword. Double saw blades. King Cerberus. Dante used to have a devil arm called Cerberus way back when. If Dante went and turned that one in for an upgrade, that's what he'd end up with. Yeah, apparently Dante does not keep all of the devil arms that he comes across. He sells them for money. A lot of good that does, since he's always broke every 2 damn seconds. Soul called King of the Cerberus clan wasn't just whistling Dixie. Fire, ice, steam, and lightning. Makes me wonder how all of them, from the previous Cerberus to Agni and Rudra, or even Navan, felt. Like, you'd think they'd all have abandonment issues, right? Ebony and Ivory, made by Nell Goldstein. Ebony's for accuracy. Ivory's torch for rapid fire. Yup. Hell, you could even tell what each gun is made for just by looking at the hammers and iron sights. Like blowing up a dam to put out a campfire. Multi-purpose rocket launcher. Lady's bosom buddy. So the original designer passed away. Oh, there's another ranged weapon. No, 2 more ranged weapons. Dr. Faust, made from the remains of a Faust demon. Yep, based on the demon design came off of, because it wore a hat. Anything? Any new enemies? That's all of the normal enemies. We've done all of them. From Empusa all the way to nobody. Aw, I wanted more. Ugh, the chaos looks uglier. Has no eyes. It's all emaciated looking. It's all skeletal looking as well as buffed. We don't get another scissor variant, sadly. It's just this one. We don't get the... Like, we got 2 or 3 of everything else, except for the behemoth and nobody. Well, the nobodies and the behemoth. And that's it. Get at least... Oh, the only ones that have their else. But I would have liked another version of the Death Scissors. Maybe one with the scythe. Then again, we have the Hells for that, so maybe one with a goat head at least. Wait. A nobody was a boss? Since when? The Scudo and Proto I can understand for one level, where you had the set piece with Nero and V, but definitely not nobody. Why the nobody? That isn't a boss. They made that one up. Mirage Goliath. Nice graphical bit with all the swirls. Miraggio Angelo. Malthus. Judging by the different body tissue of its upper and lower halves, I think it used to be 2 separate entities. Some arcane sorceress type fused the bird into herself, then realized she couldn't keep the bird under control. By the way, this bird was still a little chick. If you'd let it grow up big and strong, we couldn't have a real problem on our hands. Yeah, it's a freaking chicken. Look how silly this thing looks. It's both disgusting and funny all at the same time. Like, Malthus. Worst demonic sorcerer ever. Or sorceress. If there is one thing I'm not sure I like about the Cerberus fight, is that you can't blow all the heads off individually. In Devil May Cry 3, the heads all got destroyed one after another, and with that also the abilities along with them. With this, you kind of have to deal with all of them. I mean, if you were gonna pay tribute to one to a past boss, you could have done a bit more, but it's still fun. Everyone knows when you see a big mud with 3 heads, but there is a Cerberus. But Dante managed to run into the king of the whole bunch. This guy's moving up in the world. Gotta hand it to the king wielding fire, lightning, and ice. Ain't no mean feat. But like all Cerberus, under all the king, this and your majesty that, he ain't nothing but a glorified guard dog. He is the guardian of the underworld, after all. One more boss, huh? All that blood, all that life, fusion focused into the fruit of the Clyphoth. King of Hell, Gig seemed like nothing. He had the power to shake the foundations of the world. So damn powerful, he just cast off these vestiges of the Clyphoth that were his weapons and armor. Only slowing him down. All he needed was his own physique. Ultimate expression of killing power. Well, Dante, did it. So much for power of godhood. Eyes. Why the eyes? It's always eyes. What is it with the Japanese and multiple eyes? Yeah, the freaking nobody and the Proto-Angelo is a boss. Yeah, bullshit it is. Well, we got 3 levels left. But I'm going to take a break, a long break, and come back later this evening to do the last 3 missions of Devil May Cry 5. Cause I have to go to see a movie with a friend late in the next hour. And when I come back, we will continue with Devil May Cry 5 and hopefully finish the game by tonight, and I will give my full thoughts about it. So, yeah, for now, that's for this part. We face Cerberus and Vergil, and well, the demonic, the shortly lived Demon King version of Vergil, anyway. So, be back later. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Peace out.